The brain is one of the most vital organs in the human body. However, as we age, its functions gradually decline, bringing along a higher risk of serious conditions like Alzheimer's disease and cognitive impairment. Don't wait until memory loss starts to show before you take action. The best approach is to be proactive. Start nourishing your brain with 5 essential vitamins that not only boost brain health, but also support your overall well-being. Common signs of memory decline. Memory loss, also known as cognitive impairment, occurs when neurons in the brain begin to deteriorate and die off. This disrupts the transmission of information and the brain's ability to store and retrieve memories. These symptoms usually worsen over time and are commonly seen in older adults and those in middle age. Below are some of the key warning signs that indicate your memory is declining, and it's time to supplement your brain with the right vitamins. Difficulty remembering information, events, or facts. Lack of focus or zoning out during tasks. Saying something and forgetting it right after. Constantly misplacing things. Repeating the same stories or details. Frequently feeling tired, stressed, or emotionally unstable. Mood swings and trouble controlling behavior. Struggling with planning, solving puzzles, or doing basic calculations. Getting confused about time, dates, or locations. Trouble making decisions or exercising sound judgment. What causes memory decline? Many people believe that memory decline only affects the elderly. That's a myth. In reality, there are many direct and indirect causes behind this condition, including overworking or constant fatigue and burnout, poor nutrition or vitamin deficiencies, sleep disorders or chronic insomnia, depression or long-term stress and anxiety. 7 brain-boosting vitamins you shouldn't ignore. When it comes to brain health, especially in critical stages of development, vitamins play a key role in improving cognitive function and memory retention in older adults. Among the most effective are the following 7 brain-supporting vitamins that you absolutely shouldn't overlook. 1. Vitamin B12. The bridge between memory and clarity. The secret role of B12 in preventing Alzheimer's. Imagine this. You're standing in front of your house, keys in hand, and suddenly you can't remember which apartment is yours. That's not just a moment of forgetfulness. For many older adults, it's one of the earliest signs of cognitive decline and potentially Alzheimer's. In the search for answers to this devastating condition, vitamin B12 has quietly emerged as a powerful yet often overlooked factor, not only improving memory, but also protecting your entire central nervous system. B12 isn't just another vitamin. It's the core ingredient used to produce myelin, the protective sheath around your nerve fibers, much like the insulation around electrical wires. When this protective layer is damaged or lacking, the signals between your brain and body become weak, delayed, or in the worst cases, completely disrupted. A B12 deficiency doesn't cause immediate symptoms, but over time, it silently erodes your ability to concentrate, your short-term memory, and your mental sharpness, especially for those over 60. Tingling in your hands and feet, unexplained weakness, confusion, or mild depression may all seem harmless, but they're actually early warnings from a nervous system in distress. Multiple studies have shown that people with low B12 levels in their blood have a significantly higher risk of developing Alzheimer's. When B12 is lacking, levels of homocysteine and brain-damaging amino acid rise dramatically. This harms nerve cells, leads to memory loss, and increases the risk of dementia over time. Unlike most water-soluble vitamins, B12 needs a special stomach-produced protein called intrinsic factor to be absorbed. But as we age, stomach acid production decreases, and intrinsic factor levels drop,
making it harder to absorb B12 even if you eat plenty of meat, fish, or eggs every day. That's why older adults are often advised to supplement with B12 through oral tablets or subcutaneous injections, especially when symptoms like numbness, brain fog, or forgetfulness appear without a clear reason. Protecting your memory doesn't always require a major lifestyle change. Sometimes it starts with one small B12 tablet each morning, tiny but powerful enough to restore alertness, reconnect scattered thoughts, and keep your mind running smoothly. If you're over 60, don't wait until your memory begins to fade. Talk to your doctor about vitamin B12 before it's too late, because sometimes one small change can help preserve a lifetime of clarity.
2. Vitamin D3, the silent light that protects memory and mental clarity in old age. Have you ever wondered why, when we're young, our minds feel sharp and quick, yet as we grow older, our memory fades, our mood dips, and everything starts to feel heavier? Behind that change isn't just the natural aging process. It may also be due to a deficiency in one simple but absolutely essential vitamin for the brain, vitamin D3. When most people think of vitamin D3, they immediately associate it with bones and calcium. But few realize that D3 plays a powerful role in brain health. It helps regulate mood, sharpen memory, and prevent cognitive decline. These are critical factors in the fight against Alzheimer's disease. Our brains contain vitamin D receptors, especially in the hippocampus, the region responsible for memory storage and emotional regulation. When you have enough D3, neurons fire smoothly, brain signals travel efficiently, and emotional balance becomes easier to maintain. But when you're low on D3, the brain can quietly begin to slip. You may feel more forgetful, unfocused, emotionally drained, or chronically tired, without knowing why. These are often early signs of nervous system decline, and in some cases, early warnings of Alzheimer's disease. As we age, our bodies naturally become less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. On top of that, many older adults spend less time outdoors, avoid the sun, or frequently use sunscreen. The result? Even in sunny climates, vitamin D deficiency is incredibly common in people over 60. And the scary part is, most people don't even know it's happening until their memory begins to crack. The simplest solution? Spend 15 to 30 minutes each day in the gentle morning sun, allowing your face, arms, or legs to absorb natural light directly. You should also incorporate more vitamin D-rich foods like salmon, sardines, egg yolks, fortified milk, and mushrooms. For those who rarely go outside or who have tested low in vitamin D, taking a daily D3 supplement, 800 to 2000 IU, as recommended by a healthcare provider, is a smart and safe choice. Vitamin D3 isn't just about strong bones, it's the inner sunlight that nourishes your memory, lifts your mood, and supports mental clarity as you age past 60. Don't wait until your mind starts to drift before you take it seriously. Get your vitamin D levels checked and start restoring your brain's natural light today.
3. Vitamin B6, the emotional and memory conduit of aging minds. Have you ever felt like this? Your eyes are open, but your mind feels blank? You want to focus, but your thoughts keep drifting away? You lie down in bed, but sleep just won't come? These aren't just signs of getting older. They could be warning signals of a quiet deficiency, a lack of vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxine, a small but mighty nutrient that plays a critical role in nervous system health and preventing Alzheimer's. Vitamin B6 is essential for producing serotonin, dopamine, and GABA, 3 key neurotransmitters that control everything from mood and memory to sleep. Serotonin helps you feel happy and optimistic. Dopamine keeps you motivated, interested, and supports memory. GABA calms your mind and helps you fall into deep, restful sleep. When your body doesn't get enough vitamin B6, these systems begin to break down. You become irritable, unfocused, forgetful, and have trouble sleeping. And slowly but surely, the first signs of cognitive decline can emerge. Many people mistake it for everyday stress, but in truth, it could be the early stage of Alzheimer's. Unlike fat-soluble vitamins, B6 isn't stored in the body for long. That means you need to replenish it daily through food. But in older adults, the ability to absorb nutrients from meals decreases. Combined with bland or repetitive diets, B6 deficiency becomes common and often goes unnoticed. To make matters worse, many medications used to treat high blood pressure, diabetes, or arthritis can deplete B6 even more, further increasing the risk of nervous system imbalance. Thankfully, vitamin B6 is found in many familiar, accessible foods, including tuna, salmon, and chicken breast, rich in protein and great for brain health. Potatoes, bananas, chickpeas, whole grains, excellent plant-based sources. If you have trouble eating enough of these foods, a B6 supplement, typically 1.5 to 1.7 milligrams per day for older adults, is a safe option. Just be cautious. Don't self-prescribe high doses long-term, as excessive intake can lead to nerve damage. It may be small, but vitamin B6 plays a big role in keeping your brain sharp, your emotions steady, and your sleep peaceful. Without enough of it, everything from holding a simple conversation to getting a good night's rest becomes a challenge. If you're over 60, don't wait until your memory begins to slip away. Pay attention to vitamin B6 so you can hold on to your smile, your clarity, and your most cherished memories in the years to come.
4. Vitamin B9, the silent shield that protects your memory from Alzheimer's. Have you ever felt like your brain just isn't as quick as it used to be? Your reflexes slow down and things you just heard slip away before you can hold on to them? For many people over 60, this isn't just normal aging. It could be the result of a silent deficiency called vitamin B9, also known as folate. When it comes to preventing Alzheimer's and cognitive decline, folate is the unsung hero, rarely talked about, but absolutely essential. Vitamin B9 plays a vital role in breaking down and eliminating homocysteine, an amino acid found in the bloodstream. In small amounts, homocysteine is harmless, but when it builds up too much, it begins to damage the blood vessels in the brain, triggers inflammation, and accelerates the aging of your nervous system. Numerous studies have shown a direct link between high homocysteine levels and increased risk of Alzheimer's and stroke. That's where B9 steps in, as a chemical shield, helping neutralize this risk and prevent neurological damage from the inside out. When your body doesn't get enough folate, your brain begins to slow down. Nerve signals weaken, reflexes dull, and memory takes a noticeable hit. Sometimes it starts with just a slight delay in recalling a word, but over time, it can develop into chronic cognitive decline and eventually full-blown Alzheimer's. Unfortunately, many older adults are folate deficient without even knowing it, especially those with limited diets, low intake of leafy greens, or digestive issues that affect nutrient absorption. The good news? Folate is found in plenty of everyday, easy-to-find foods. Dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, and romaine lettuce. Lentils, green beans, and black beans, rich in fiber and plant protein. Citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruits, and tangerines, which help with absorption. Fortified whole grains, whole wheat bread, and whole grain pasta. If your diet is limited or you're in an age group more likely to experience deficiency, taking a daily folic acid supplement, 400 to 600 micrograms, as advised by your doctor, is a simple and effective way to support brain health. In a world that's growing more complicated by the day, a clear mind is one of the most precious assets of old age. And sometimes, the secret to protecting it isn't complicated. It just starts with a plate of leafy greens each day. Pay attention to vitamin B9 so that with every passing day, you still remember who you are, where you are, and what you love.
5. Vitamin E, the shield against Alzheimer's silent destruction. Did you know that every second your brain is under attack by millions of free radicals, unstable molecules that can destroy brain cells, impair memory, and accelerate brain aging? And in this silent yet relentless battle, vitamin E stands out as one of the brain's most powerful antioxidant defenders, often called the brain's living shield by scientists. Vitamin E works by neutralizing free radicals, which are natural byproducts of metabolism and oxidative stress. When left unchecked, these free radicals begin to damage cell membranes, disrupt neural structures, and interfere with communication between brain cells. This cellular damage is one of the hidden causes behind neurodegeneration and Alzheimer's disease, a condition that robs millions of their memory, clarity, and independence. Research has shown that moderate supplementation with vitamin E can help slow cognitive decline in people showing early signs of Alzheimer's. In fact, a notable study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that individuals taking about 2,000 IUs of vitamin E per day were able to maintain their ability to care for themselves longer, reducing their reliance on others. However, dosage matters. Too much can be harmful. It's best to get vitamin E from natural food sources or take supplements under a doctor's supervision. The good news is you don't need expensive medications to protect your brain. Vitamin E is abundant in everyday foods, such as sunflower seeds. Just a small handful a day meets your basic needs. Almonds and walnuts support both brain and heart health. Extra virgin olive oil fights inflammation and supports memory. Spinach and kale, packed with vitamin E and other natural antioxidants. A diverse plant-based diet provides a more sustainable and safer way to boost your vitamin E intake than any pill. Vitamin E is not a miracle cure for Alzheimer's, but it is one of the first and most effective defenses in slowing the storm of cognitive decline. If you're over 50, don't wait until your memory starts to fade. Start nourishing your brain today with just a handful of seeds a day. Simple, natural, and surprisingly powerful.
6. Omega-3, the non-vitamin nutrient that fuels the brain. You might not remember what you had for dinner last night. You might pause for a moment trying to recall an old friend's name. And sometimes you may quietly ask yourself, am I really starting to forget? Here's the truth. Memory isn't just about aging. It also depends heavily on the quality of your brain cell membranes. And one of the most essential nutrients for keeping those membranes healthy is omega-3. Omega-3 isn't technically a vitamin, but it's absolutely vital for brain health, especially two specific types, EPA and DHA. DHA makes up a large portion of the brain and eye structure, keeping the membranes of brain cells flexible and resilient. EPA has anti-inflammatory properties that protect brain cells from oxidative stress and age-related damage. Think of omega-3 as the lubricant for the intricate gears inside your brain. Without it, signals between brain cells slow down and lose precision, leading to poor focus, forgetfulness, brain fog, and mental fatigue. These symptoms are often mistaken for normal aging, but they're actually signs that your brain may be starving for this crucial fat. Numerous studies have shown that low levels of omega-3 are directly linked to brain shrinkage, loss of gray matter, and a higher risk of Alzheimer's disease. On the flip side, people with higher DHA levels in their blood tend to maintain better memory and experience significantly slower brain aging. For older adults in particular, adding omega-3 to the diet doesn't just enhance memory, it also helps stabilize mood, reduce the risk of depression, and boost concentration. You don't need a doctor's visit or a fancy prescription. You can start supporting your brain from your very next meal. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, naturally high in DHA and EPA. High-quality fish oil, a great option if you don't eat much seafood. Flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts, excellent plant-based sources of omega-3 for vegetarians. Eating fatty fish just 2 to 3 times a week, or supplementing with 500 to 1,000 milligrams of omega-3 daily, as recommended, can make a real difference for your brain's performance and long-term health. In a world overflowing with information and where memory is more valuable than ever, omega-3 is the nutrient of alertness and clarity. Start today with a spoonful of chia seeds, a slice of salmon, or even a small fish oil capsule. Because sometimes what keeps your mind alive and thriving isn't just intelligence, it's the right nutrition.
7. Vitamin C, the orange shield silently protecting your brain every day. When we think of vitamin C, most of us immediately associate it with boosting immunity, fighting off colds, or keeping our skin glowing. But what many people don't realize is that vitamin C plays a powerful role in protecting the brain, preventing memory loss, and helping your mind stay sharp over time. That's right. Vitamin C isn't just the immune system vitamin. It's also a silent warrior in the fight against oxidative stress, one of the leading causes of neurodegeneration and Alzheimer's disease. The brain is the most oxygen-hungry organ in your body, and because of that, it's also one of the most vulnerable to free radicals, harmful molecules produced during metabolism or when we're under stress, eating poorly, or exposed to pollution. When the number of free radicals overwhelms your body's defenses, they start attacking the structure of your brain cells, causing inflammation, damaging blood vessels, and disrupting the way information travels between neurons. This breakdown is at the root of many neurological issues, including cognitive decline and Alzheimer's disease. Beyond its antioxidant powers, vitamin C also helps your body absorb iron, a crucial mineral needed to produce hemoglobin, which delivers oxygen to your brain efficiently. The more oxygen that reaches your brain cells, the more alert, focused, and mentally clear you feel throughout the day. A healthy brain isn't just about protection, it's about being fed with a constant supply of blood, oxygen, and nutrients. And vitamin C is a key link in that chain. The good news? You don't need a prescription to get more vitamin C. It's already in many of the fruits and veggies you eat every day. Oranges, grapefruits, lemons, and tangerines. Citrus fruits top the list for a reason. Kiwi and strawberries, naturally sweet, heart-healthy, and vitamin-rich. Red bell peppers, leafy greens, and tomatoes. Excellent plant-based sources, perfect for vegetarians. Sometimes it's as simple as a glass of fresh orange juice in the morning or a handful of fruit during the day. That's all it takes to give your brain the vitamin C it needs. If you're looking for a natural way to protect your memory and lower the risk of cognitive decline, don't overlook the simplest option, a little vitamin C each day. No doctor's appointment needed, no expensive pills, just one orange, one kiwi, and the daily decision to care for yourself through life's smallest habits. Tell us, which one will you start with first? Drop a comment below. We read every single one and do our best to reply to as many as possible. If you found this content helpful, share it with someone you care about. Sometimes a simple reminder is all it takes to help someone avoid years of unnecessary cognitive decline. And don't forget to follow the channel, because we'll be right here with you every step of the way on your journey to restoring memory and healthy aging. See you in the next video.